everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a very highly requested video since my last video, and that is my bullet journal must-haves. I want to share with you guys some of my favorites and things that I think are necessary, especially because I'm a beginner as well. I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I learned through the process and some of the supplies that I feel like I definitely am happy that I purchased, and some things that I feel like I probably didn't have to spend my money on this. I could have waited a few more months. So hopefully this video will be helpful to you. If you guys are new here, please subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and also turn on your notifications if you haven't already so you are notified whenever I post a new video. Anyways, I think that is all. Let's jump right in and get into my bullet journal must-haves. So to start off this video, I wanted to talk about different journal options that I have come across. First, I want to show you this one because this is my bullet journal that I've been using since September, and I really like it. I did so much research before getting this one, and this one seems to be a very popular option. This is the Leuchtturm. I think it's German. I'll just put it here on the screen, but apparently it is pronounced Leuchtturm. A lot of people go with this one because of the weight of the paper, and also the dots on this one in particular is very light, I will say. I do like the dots myself because you're creating a lot of like lines and boxes and things like that. Having the lines is a really nice guide for you to align your lines. So I think this is a very popular option because the dots are quite light in color. I really like this option. I think the size is great. It's very lightweight. I do like this cover a lot. It feels very soft, and overall it feels like a sturdy journal. They have a lot of different colors. Black is the one that I went with, but they have all sorts of different colors. It also has these bookmarks. It has two, which I think is pretty handy. And then it has a strap here to secure it shut. And it also has a pocket in the back, which I don't find myself using very much, but you can use that if you like have stickers and like pictures and Polaroids and things like that. You can keep it in the back of this pocket. It does have, like, in the beginning, an area where you can write your name and your address. And there's also the table of contents, which I personally do not use because I don't know, it's just not my type of thing. So there is the table of contents if that's important to you. But other than that, that's pretty much it to this notebook. It has quite a lot of pages. I will link it down below so you guys can read more information about it. Overall, if you're asking me what's my top choice, I will have to say the Leuchtturm. Now, moving on to the second option. I really like this one too, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about this particular journal, maybe because it's not so accessible, but you can buy it online for sure if you don't have a store near you. Luckily for me, there's a store just like here in LA, so I picked this one up, and this is my second one. This is the Shinola Detroit brand. This one I think is a really nice journal, and if you're someone that likes to write in bigger letters, or you just overall want a bigger space, just so you guys can see the size comparison, this would be a good option. This is the size difference right here. I don't think this one is necessarily the best option for bullet journaling because they don't have the dotted pages. What they do have is the grid pages. But luckily the grid is very, very faint. It's a very, very light gray, so it's not super noticeable. So for example, here's just a page that I can show you. I was doodling a little bit up top here, and you can see the lines through my drawing and things like that, but it's not too terrible because it's not a really dark line. I think that the paper feels slightly thicker than the Leuchtturm, so if you want to doodle and stuff on this one, as you can see, it doesn't bleed as much onto the other side. I do like the color options of this brand over Leuchtturm. Leuchtturm has a lot of colors as well, but they're not as fun and like fashion forward. I feel like Shinola has just the more like aesthetic look. So this is another great option. This one has a strap over here as well to secure your notebook shut. On the back, there is a pocket, so you could put stickers or Polaroids or whatsoever. This one, however, does not have the table of contents, which if you're gonna make a bullet journal or you're creating your bullet journal, you can definitely go in and draw that in yourself too. Overall, this is a great option, and this would be my top second choice. And now the third thing I want to mention, this one I thought would be perfect for those of you who have told me and commented that bullet journaling seems fun, but it seems like way too much work. Then I think this one would be an amazing option for you. So just wanted to shout out to my girl Anne This is her journal. It's called the Creative Minds Journal, which is a journal that she's created, and I think this is just brilliant. If you flip through this journal, oh, by the way, it comes with one bookmark. I do really like the black right here, very nice. I really like that she incorporated some pages, just like a little breakdown of how exactly you can utilize this journal. And then she also has the year. All your months are laid out here, which was another thing that I found was very kind of tedious and not very fun for my bullet journal when I had to create like the whole year calendar. It's just a lot of writing numbers and it wasn't very fun and exciting for me. So if that drives you crazy, then look, you have it in here. So then after that, you just have a bunch of blank pages and then you have your calendar page. At the end of the month, she has a page where you kind of can just write down things that are on your mind. So there's the mind spill section. You can lay out your weeks. And then just some dotted pages for you to get creative and you can utilize the journal exactly how you want it. So I think this is a great starter. If you're not trying to commit to the whole idea of a bullet journal, which honestly can be as simple as you want to make it, it doesn't have to be super complicated. If you want that structure, but you don't want to really do it yourself, this is the journal for you. I really, really like how this journal is laid out. This would be a great option. I'll also link this one down below. All right, so now that I've talked all about the different journals that I recommend, the next thing I want to share with you guys are things that I feel like as a beginner that you really need and some things that you don't absolutely necessarily need. Truly, the only thing you need is, of course, your journal and just some basic Micron pens. Micron pens are the best. I love these pens and they're more, I guess, meant for drawing. At least that's what I was told. But if you like a pen that just doesn't bleed, doesn't smear, and is waterproof, and you just like to write with a marker type of feel, then Micron pens are the way to go. When you write, it just dries quickly. Sometimes when I use a fountain pen or a ballpoint pen or whatever, I write, or like a jelly pen, that's what I meant to say, a jelly pen. I'm writing and then before it dries, say my finger just accidentally touched the page, then it will smear and that just drives me crazy. With these Micron pens, it doesn't do that. It dries right away. So that's what I really like about it. And also if you're left-handed, these are great and they're not that expensive. You can find them on Amazon in a pack. These are truly all you really need to get started and it just depends on how much you want to decorate your bullet journal. But to start off, these are great. Another option that's awesome too, in my opinion, are these Tombow brush pens. These aren't crazy expensive either. So I got one of these from a Japanese stationery store and they're $3.50 each, which I know is not the cheapest option. I'm sure you can go to the dollar store or something and find other markers that work. And you can totally do that. But what I like about these are just the color assortment. They have a lot of pastel colors and I really like pastel colors. And you can also get it in packs as well so you can save money that way. They're also dual-ended. So you have your brush side where you can do like calligraphy and stuff. And then you have your other side which is more of just like a fine point. So I love having that option. This is another thing that I feel like to get started and for you to still have fun with your journal so that you're not just limited to these pens, then these markers are a great way to go. The following things that I'm going to show you are things that you can have, but you don't absolutely need. And I think these are nice things to have because it just makes the process a little more fun. Washi tape can be as expensive as you want and as inexpensive as you want. If you're looking for inexpensive washi tape, you can find some at Target. I feel like the more expensive washi tapes are like the Japanese ones. But with that being said, it doesn't have to be expensive. Like I found washi tapes like for $3 a roll, and then this one I have here is my most expensive one, and this is $9 a roll. And you can definitely find really affordable washi tapes for like $2, $3 on Etsy. The only thing with that is most of those are from China or like Thailand, they're in Asia. So the shipping time takes a really long time. And if you don't spend enough money for that particular Etsy shop, you have to pay for shipping. It just depends. Like you can find really affordable things as long as you keep searching for them, but Etsy is a great place to begin. And then next thing that I feel like you don't absolutely need, but if you want is a great addition to your collection is stamps. This I got from Amazon and it was $20 for the alphabets and numbers. I'll also link this below if you guys want to check it out. And I really like this set because for me, I don't 100% like my handwriting, and this is good for people who don't love their handwriting and rather just stamp out like January through December or like number the days of the month. Then this is a great option. And then another thing that I want to share that I really enjoy using in my bullet journal or just journaling in general are stickers. Stickers are a great way to decorate your page. I got these stickers when I was in Asia, which if any of you are going to Asia, load up on your stationery stuff because it is so cheap in Asia compared to here. But yeah, anyways, I absolutely love having stickers to decorate my journal. And then the last thing that I want to mention, I guess these two kind of go hand in hand. I feel like these are two things that I did not have to spend my money on. These are the only two things I feel like I purchased a little too early. And that is watercolor. I didn't absolutely need this. I will say it's really great quality paint, but as someone that is such a beginner like myself and I don't know shit about watercolor, I could have waited on this, honestly. I just got way too excited and I started buying all these different things. Like I was watching people do bullet journal videos and in their journal they did like watercolor and it looked amazing. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that. But you know, you gotta know where you stand, okay? Watercolor is just like another level, and that is just something I probably need to take a class for or just watch a ton of YouTube videos and practice first, because watercolor personally is not something that's very easy. And that's just my personal opinion because I'm not very artsy in that way. I think I'm good at doodling, but when it comes to painting, it's not my thing. I've never been good at painting. I think, you know, of course I'm gonna eventually get to this and use this, but as of now, it's just collecting dust in my drawer and I don't absolutely need this. And another thing is, of course, if you have paint, you have to have paper. I spent a lot of money on this paper too. This is like mixed media paper and it's meant for like drawing and painting. I don't even use it because I tried to do watercolor and I'm just not feeling it right now. These will have to be the two things that I say you don't really need to splurge on just yet if you're getting started. But if this is your thing and this is like your vision and your aesthetic and watercolor is it, then I would highly recommend these two things. And I'll list it in the description below as well. I do really like the quality of these things, but I just didn't really need it personally. That is basically it to this video. I know it was really long, but I wanted to kind of just like get all the information out there. If you guys have any more questions and if there's another video you want me to do about like my supplies or things like that, or maybe if you guys want to see a video where I show you how I doodle, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, if you did, please subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications. I'll really appreciate that. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is just my first name, Weylie, and I will see you guys on Instagram. But other than that, have a wonderful day, and I hope that your New Year's was awesome, and I'll see you guys in my next video.